Hello everyone, MFPallytime here, and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2. I believe this is episode number 20, and we find ourselves in Riker's graveyard. In the last video, we were attacked by some champions, we thwarted them. We've been just exploring this area, seeing what there may be to uncover. Now, there is more to the north, of course, if we wanted to explore that, but for now, we are here. And it seems that these silent workers that he has around these masked servants kind of appears like they don't want to be here.
The servant responds with a blank look and a low groan.
But if you talk to their
The spirit cannot speak, or perhaps chooses not to.
it kind of seems like if their spirit is literally following their body around.
Let's see what spirits haunt this garden.
Then, you know, this probably isn't the happiest place in the whole world. I did promise an Argonian. That's not what they're calling this game. I did promise a lizard that I would...
The dog growls and bares its teeth at you in a wide, unsettling grin. You swear you see a worm emerge from its grey-pink gums, then burrow back in.
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything, dog. Chill. I'm just looking for the lizard quarters so I can dispose of a body properly. And it looks like this is the lizard quarter. One might assume anyway. There's a crazed masked servant on the other side. Several of them. They don't look too happy to be here. So I was assuming that this leg, I just kind of...
You have done me a great service, friend. Now, the Hall of Echoes beckons.
All right, man, take care. I was happy to help. What do you got me? Oh, poison wad would actually be really good for Fane. I think we'll buy that. I think we'll take that. And some pixie dust too. We could use that for crafting later on.
A grand altar indeed. Lizard death rites are nothing if not dramatic.
I'm sure they won't mind if I bless this, right? Then I could just walk up and... Okay, now I'm fighting some people. Yo, for real, I just wanted to move this chest back and have Fane open it. Fane's not even in combat. This lock cannot be picked. Well, that's awkward. Hey, you guys are undead, right? They sure are. I bet they'll enjoy all of this holy fire I'm laying down on the ground. Yeah, I think I'll just stay in here, team. I'll just let these guys come to me. As far back as possible. Okay, you're gonna cast haste, but are you gonna run through this? You're gonna run... There you go. There you go. Take all that armor damage. Oh, they're all hasting. That's a little worrying, actually. So these are the same servants that belong to presumably Riker. I guess we don't actually have that confirmed, do we? But they're a little mad. They're a little mad, bro. All of these guys are melee. They don't have much in the means of magical resistance. And all of them are literally walking directly towards us. Taking a lot of physical damage on the way. Alright, we'll see how this plays out. Look at this AoE! I think I can hit almost all of them. I mean, they're immune to burning, but they don't have any magic armor now. It's the Incarnates' turn again. Hey, I guess we'll just beat this guy up. Now, I'm hoping that all of these guys will be in a nice line for Walter. I mean, like I said, I don't really want to use the... Oh, God. Oh, did I break it? Can he not figure out the chest? Okay, the game's good. I thought we broke it. I'm kind of hoping that we can land a pretty good laser here. I can almost hit all of them. Now, like I said, I I don't think this is a very paladin-like spell. But with results like that, I mean, how can you say no? It's just so good. I'm gonna turn on Flaming Tongues, so if they approach me, they'll be lit with fire again. And I think my next move is to just try to cleave all these guys as well. Wow! I knocked out a few of them, not all of them, but a few of them. All right, let's let their turn play out. I'm sure they're just gonna be running up to us. Actually, that guy stopped in fire. I think if he stays there, he's just gonna die. Okay, he moved back. He's smart. Why would you attack your ally? They don't gain anything from... What is happening? Why are they knocking each other down? Well, I guess they are crazed. Look at him! He's literally beating up his own dudes! Oh, God. Oh, a scary thought just crossed my mind. What if these guys are like the champions that we fought in the graveyard already? What if this is not their final form? It's actually a pretty terrifying prospect. So this guy will die. Let's just throw our shield in here. Oh, I charged in. That's not what I wanted to do, but that'll work. Throw our shield here. 218 damage, not bad. And then I'm gonna supernova. It doesn't appear that they have a next form or anything. It doesn't appear that they resurrect. So we should be able to clean this up, no problem. And just like that, we're good to go. So, two-hand sword, it's pink quality gear. Pink quality gear. 500 gold almost. I wonder if we could turn these flames off. No, it looks like they're just on a perpetual cycle here. Let's get out of them then, shall we? Come on, Feint. Let's see if this gear was any good. Oh, Feint actually looted them. Identify. That's actually incredible. That's actually incredible. Makes me want to use two-hand swords again. Our most impactful ability right now is actually our shield throw, as far as dealing physical damage. Because not only does it scale off of our physical damage, but it also scales off of our ability, it scales off of our armor on the shield as well. So it actually is really, really hard. That is quite the dragon head you got there.
The spirit sings a long-forgotten tune in a long-forgotten language. One, it seems, with the ever-revolving wheels of space and time.
Some assassins here. Dead lizard assassins. A dagger sells for 120 gold. I think I'll take that with me. More of these servants that don't quite seem to be all here. Don't quite seem to have everything together. And it looks like a few more enemies over here. Void-touched boars have moved in. You know, you would think the masked servants would kind of want to fight these guys a little bit. Trying to figure out where I could actually go and initiate combat from. It doesn't seem like the void-touched boars are actually coherent. So we'll just start off with a bit of fire right down the middle. I was gonna say, did I actually miss all these? But no, it connected. We're good. Fireball right down the center, which is now, of course, Necrofire. We'll turn on Flaming Tongues. And I think just move to the base of this fire here, because we can assume that they're going to approach us, right? And maybe throw our shield for 234 damage. One deceased Necrofire already. Let's spread a little bit more with a Flame Incarnate being spawned in, as well as a Cursed Fire Familiar. It may just be a fire. It's just a fire totem. The flame incarnate. As long as we connect the flame here to what is already cursed, we'll be pretty good to go. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I think I'm just gonna hold my ground. Save that AP, see what we want to use it for. These guys are slowly approaching. They're trying to work their way around the fire. What is this going on down here? There's some enemies on the map down there. I guess we'll focus on that after we deal with these void touch boars that are ruining the rest of the dead. Pretty good hit, man. Pretty good hit. These shouldn't be too hard to deal with. Some of the boars are literally just running away from where we were fighting them. It's like they were so done. Because, I mean, honestly, they're just kind of walking around in the cursed flame and getting themselves killed. Or walking up to Fane and getting themselves killed. Of course, Fane can just move them back deeper into the necrofire. But it was like there was 2 or 3 that were in the back of the pack over here that have just totally abandoned their post, in a sense. Oh, is this guy gonna walk into the fire? Careful, careful, little bud. I wonder if they were trying to path around this other way. It was 3 of them. Yeah, so now I'm chasing boars around the countryside, which is not something I thought I would be doing today. Especially boars of the void touched variety. Let's go ahead and try to whirlwind here. We should be able to take this one down on the right. And with a little more cleanup, we will be totally fine and back on our way. And with one final blow, I strike thee down. Okay, maybe not one final. Okay, we gotta hit you a few more times. You get what I'm saying, though. The last boar finally made its way back around to Fane, and we should be able to clean this up no problem. Fane is extremely self-sufficient, you know? He doesn't really need anyone. Fane just kind of lives through everything. Nothing really bothers him. He hits really hard. He heals for like 200 HP every time he auto-attacks. I think Fane's usefulness in our party cannot be understated. Oh, it's a big deal level. We have new talents. We have new talents. We could pick up Picture of Health for Walter. This would bring his HP up from 1376 all the way to 1789. So an easy upgrade of 400-ish health there. Now that we're sitting here, I want to increase our... You know, I kind of want a little bit more warfare. I feel like our physical attacks could be hitting a little bit harder. If I can get this to be 100% more, I think we'll be pretty well off. I would like to also increase just our single target damage with single-handed up here. But the accuracy bonus just kind of doesn't seem that good. Kind of doesn't seem that good. Oh, what a good helm. Yeah, so we'll do warfare until this is at 100%. I think that's the plan. And then we'll put some points into strength as well as constitution. Fantastic. Now for Fane, this could be an interesting level. Honestly, for Fane, I feel like it's difficult to kind of get... Oh, we could do, since he has Comeback Kid and he can resurrect, we could go for Morning Person. When resurrected, you resurrect with full health. That would be funny, actually. So, Fane, once again, becomes even more self-sufficient than he already was. Putting points in summoning just to get them up to 100%. Necromancer still sitting at 10. So we heal for 100% of the damage that Fane deals himself, which is pretty good. And putting points into intelligence as well as constitution just to keep, well, I didn't put any in constitution, but intelligence increases the damage he does with his wands, which is always good if you ask me. All right. Hello, Gravekeeper.
The lizard hums tunelessly, not a melody exactly, but more of a meandering moan.
10 spans under, humans slept. 10 spans up, the dwarves were kept. Lizards burned in lasting flame. Elven trees towards skies did aim.
This isn't a song, it's just the layout of the graveyard. But I'm gonna tell her that I like it.
She looks to your left with one eye and to your right with the other.
It helps me remember where the dead go. Sometimes they don't stay where I put them. That's okay.
She seems really joyous. I mean, look at her face.
She smiles at you with the innocence of a newborn. The hum still throbs in her throat.
Hey, who are you?
Keeping watch, tending the graves.
She returns to her humming.
Are you all right?
She flinches as you move closer.
No touching.
Her humming fades. The eerie silence lasts for several seconds.
Riker might get mad. He doesn't like it when someone touches his things.
I sense her fear. Do you work for Riker?
No work. I do it 'cause I like it. Don't cause trouble. Just dig and pluck weeds and shoo the ravens.
She shivers and whispers.
He's a powerful sorcerer. Lives here in the garden. Can take the you from you. No brain, just body. My mind isn't big, but it's still mine.
Fuck.
She points at her head.
The servants, they got nothing up there. Riker has it all now. They need to be freed. Only way. Kill Riker.
You want me to kill Riker?
The servants, so lost, chained by Sorcerer Riker, but they can still go home to the hall. Set them free.
The ensuing silence lasts for several seconds, until she picks up the melody once again and turns away.
How odd. Just really, really odd. So all of these servants do indeed have their souls following
Come on,
them.
mistress. Hear me, heed me. You've always had a glint in your eye for old Zimski. Don't abandon me now.
Zimski mutters to himself as he traces sigils in the dirt. He spies you, and a shrewd look brightens his eyes. He stretches out a hand, showing you a solitary coin on his palm.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
He flips the coin high in the air. It twinkles beneath the moonlight as it spins down, and he claps it to his forearm. It's tails.
Lucky. Enjoy it while you can. All my life I served Lady Luck, and see how it ends? In the dirt. Just the same as everybody else.
Turning from you, he crouches back to the dirt. He resumes tracing esoteric sigils, his fingertips swirling through the graveyard clay.
What are you trying to draw there, bud?
Signs to call her. Oh, Lady Luck always came when I called. For 30 years we roamed Rivellon together. She was my faithful mistress, from card game to wager to grift. She was the life of me. Yet she wants no dead man. Now I cannot influence even a coin toss. But you breathe. I'll wager you've more use for my gifts than I do. Here, tell me what you truly value. If my lady sees fit, I'll give you what I truly value in return.
We have a few interesting options here, actually. We could say that we value knowledge above all else, and in that vein, you've read that his Lady Luck is no more than a demon in disguise. That does seem something like a paladin would say, so I think I want to go with that.
Ah, and what difference do you discern between demons and gods, scholar? In this world ruled by the divine order, could things be any worse if so-called demons were in charge?
He smiles a foxy smile as he stabs claw-like fingers at your chest.
What?
He begins to trace sigils on your flesh.
Ah!
Though you cannot feel his fingers upon your skin, something inside you shifts. You feel a coldness, and a sick longing seeps into your heart.
I'm gonna back away, obviously.
He pokes you right in the chest and begins drawing the sigils upon you again. Though you cannot
I'm
feel
just
his
so
fingers upon your
curious.
skin, something inside you shifts. You feel a coldness,
I
and
mean-
a sick longing seeps into your heart.
If it is a demon, and I'm a paladin and I want to stop demons, allowing him to do this could draw the demon out, right? And then I can kill it? Let's find out. I'm just fucking curious. It's really it.
He croons incantations as he works, and his voice is like the throwing of 1,000 dice inside your brain. Your body is suddenly filled with lust for coin and craving for more.
Now you feel her touch. Now Lady Luck sings in your blood as she once did in mine. And now I feel nothing.
I'll carry the burden. I can carry the burden. There's a bottle of wine in there, but we need to respect the dead. So one thing I was thinking that I could do, because I did indeed want to respect the dead, is we can use this flame over here to, you know, like cremate all of these body parts that we've been carrying around, all these things that we found, and lay them to rest. I mean, I don't know if everyone will be super okay with this, but you know, I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to do the right thing. Fane has a few as well. Some disembodied torsos and severed heads. He's been collecting quite a few. I think his hobby is a little morbid. Just a little morbid. So we'll lay all these down. And then and then we'll give him a little blessing. And now, you know what? I feel like I did my part. I feel like I respected the dead. We laid it down to rest. Feeling pretty good about that. There is a shadowed tomb door over here. This is the Surrey tomb. Lockpick. Thievery's too low. I wonder if there's another way in.
Here lies Phylan Surrey, whose family's generous patronage helped build these burial grounds, and who refused to be buried in the Surrey crypt.
Ooh, that's interesting, actually. Lockpick. Refused to be buried in the tomb. Look, the skeleton was literally trying to break out of here. Okay, I think it's time we go in and have a word with Riker. Where is his building? It's up here to the north. Oh, I bet this is the Elven area. We haven't actually been here yet. It's a lot more,
Is that an Elven Ancestor tree just ahead? It's beautiful.
And several elves at the base of it.
The spirit ignores your presence, busy as it is resisting the pull of another, the Ancestor tree, trying to take its source. All you feel is the spirit's resistance, and its anger, directed at the mother tree that has betrayed it.
What the fuck?
The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground to the surface above and beyond, but this tree feels tainted.
Reach into its spirit, searching for memories.
You are a scion of the elves. The mother tree demands your blood. You do not have a choice. She has a plan, and you must serve her with your death. You heed your mother's wishes and take root.
Jesus.
But then you hear a voice, a friendly whisper from beyond. The voice knows you. He understands you. He loves you. He offers you your freedom and asks but one small service in return. Grateful, you accept. In an instant, you are an elf once more, walking in the world. But your new friend begins to make demands. Small services, then larger and more often. They cause you pain. At last, he bids you guard your tree. He expects you shall have guests. You shall kill the god Woken when they come. Then you shall be free.
Oh, well, they're not trying to kill me.
The thought occurs. The sign replaced one bad deal with another.
How unfortunate for him.
To trade one's soul for immortality and then lose out on your prize? That is unfortunate, no matter the circumstances.
I agree. Do you want to get...
Roots of a great
Yo, I thought they were going to kill me.
The spirit ignores your presence, busy as it is resisting the pull of another.
So these are all the
spirit
same.
ignores
Weird. Why would the tree kill God Woken? Oh, man. That place looks totally screwed up down there. What is this up here? It's like everywhere you look in this graveyard, there's something else to draw your attention. This must be the Dwarven one. It appears that it is. Featherfall. Hey, Fane, you want to talk to the bird?
The eagle glowers at you balefully, with eyes like shiny little buttons. One manicured and beribboned claw shoots forth to claim the stringy offal before him. Stretching his neck forward, he peers closely at you.
Pretty eyes. Eyes that see far.
Okay, first of all, Fane doesn't have any eyes at all.
The eagle's own eyes glitter with avarice.
Wonder why he pecks at the scrawny corpse when there's better pickings around.
Peck, peck, peck. The eagle pecks free some choice lump of gristle from deep within the corpse. He swallows it whole, dark blood dripping from his beak, and matting the fluffy feathers at his throat.
Master died, but Master told me what to do. All my life told me you are what you eat. So I do.
Oh, fuck.
I will become the Master. Unless you are not the new Master, are you?
Really? Can we have the eagle follow us? I mean, this is Fane having this conversation. Two eyes on the eagle, back away and take your leave. Constitution, shake your head and bow low before him. Ask if the new master is taking on apprentices. Crush your boot into the master's remains. Tell him that you are the new master. I am so curious. I want to see. And this is Fane. Fane doesn't have the same agenda as Walter. They're just working together. Fuck.
Think me an owl? I am an eagle. I know my place in this world. So should you. Leave Master and I alone.
He ostentatiously fluffs up his feathers and turns back to his sordid repast.
I can see Fane doing that, especially because Fane is a summoner and he very often commands other beings to do his bidding. I think that makes perfect sense for Fane to try to take over that owl or that raven or eagle or whatever it is. That's so interesting. I didn't know about any of this.
Two dwarven spirits at loggerheads.
Reach into the argument.
In a flash, you are both of them, brother and sister. Your feminine side is a rebel, rising up against the tyrannical queen. Your masculine side is a royalist, loyal to the monarch he loves. As the brother, you rescue your sister from the pikes of the royal guard. Together, you flee across the sea to the melting pot of Driftwood and Reaper's Coast. But in Driftwood, you visit the lizard. You are the sister, and you know that something is wrong. You climb the stairs to rescue your brother, and find him fighting for his life against the dwarves who would rob him. Both of you die. But your killers do right by their fellow dwarves, and bring you here to lay you to rest. As spirits, you fight for eternity, one convinced that the queen is a tyrant, the other that your treason was wrong.
You have to stand up for what you believe in.
The sister smiles. She feels vindicated. Her brother still does not agree. The rebellion was a disaster. The rebellion was a mistake that cost them their lives.
Oh, it's so interesting. So Beast of the Sea, I believe, was the one who started the rebellion. So if you are playing as Beast, I bet that'd be so cool to go up there and see that. I've never done that! God, every time we play this game, I find something new that I haven't done and then I want to see. Alright, so this is the house right over here. We can head inside. We can see what's going on. We already don't like Riker. He's enslaving... Oh, fuck, I'm at a moral crossroads now. Riker's enslaving these guys and he's keeping their spirit bound here. Is that different from what Fane is doing with necromancy? Is that different from what Fane's doing with summoning? I suppose Fane only asks to use the spirit for a short time, or to use the body, or to use the incarnate for a short time. And that's a limited thing, it goes away. But Riker is enslaving their spirit here forever. I guess there's a difference.
As you reach to push open the heavy door, the coils and whirls of engraved wood dance into a new pattern. The semblance of a face arises, a face that seems to look right through you.
A little sorcerer, come to play. You are a sorcerer, are you not? Perhaps even God-woken. Tell me true, now.
Yeah, I am indeed God-woken.
Silence greets your answer. In the distance, you hear the screech of an eagle. Worryingly closer, you hear some kind of a moan. Time passes. At last, the lips on the door creak open, and the door speaks.
Enter.
The face melts back into the wood of the door, and the whirls swirl back into a floral pattern. A loud metallic click can be heard from deep within.
Whoa.
Who builds a mansion on the edge of a graveyard?
Probably the tenant of the graveyard. So, once again, we just see the spirits everywhere. The spirit of that deer is there as well. Some cobwebs behind the stairs. Spirits everywhere in this house.
A spirit sits behind the grand piano, her hands moving to and fro along the ivory keys.
O'er black and white my fingers dart, as lost between worlds as I am. O'er globes they glide, o'er flats and sharps. Whither go they, Lord of Life? Direct them.
Tell her to lead them to a land of fairy tales of heroes, wizards, and young divinity.
The echoes of a distant past pervade the room as the spirit embarks upon a long-lost tune.
Oh, that's cool. Well, he spared no expense in here. We see golden plates everywhere, golden pitchers, golden forks, golden spoons. And a door. This is a closet? No, this heads upstairs.
The dusty staircase leads to another hatch, which is blocked tight. As you push, it budges slightly, and some sand drifts onto the floor from the other side.
I'm gonna try to push it open.
No matter how much you strain and grunt, the hatch barely budges. For this time,
I'm simply not strong enough! There's a little balcony that you can't ever get to. Paintings everywhere in this building. More golden plates. This seems so out of place, but I'm not allowed permission in here. We'd be trespassing. So far, anyway.
Death prowls above. Ascend only if you seek it.
The painting is talking to me. Death prowls above. More mass servants.
The creature barely...
A couple... Oh, I can't go in there. Can't go in there either. Spirit of Magister Pavlonia. Have we heard that name before? Okay, that room's fucking terrifying. Fane, would you mind?
The servant emits a menacing growl.
Yeah, okay, so the servants do care. Okay, so that's obviously a fucking spider den in there. Obviously. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy one bit.
A visitor? Such a rare and exquisite pleasure.
The elf tilts his head backwards, but his squinted eyes don't stray from yours.
Call me Riker. Please, do avail yourself of my creature comforts. You've surely come a long way.
Note his mass servants. What are they?
He grins and waves his hand dismissively.
Nothing to be concerned with, I assure you. Mere husks.
Husks that have their spirits tied to it.
I enjoy living grandly. I know these aren't ordinary servants, but I prefer the extraordinary. There is no pleasure in mediocrity. Don't you agree? God.
Protest, you have no idea what he's talking about. Not slowly. How do you know I was God Woken? I mean, I told the door.
Don't be so naive. My doors only open on the occasion of truth. What you admit to them, you admit to me.
Well, okay.
I also see you are not yet whole.
He presses a slender forefinger against his tight lips and hums.
I'm not a generous man, but I could give you what you seek if you offer something in return. A completely fair exchange between sorcerers.
What is it that you seek?
Let's not be so secretive, my good fellow. You're dying to show off those smoldering talents of yours. You just don't know how to handle them. I can help you with that. I can share my bond with the source with you, fill your well to the brim, make you a master. The rest of the story, well, it's yours to write.
This all seems very suspicious.
You are cautious. An admirable quality. I, too, have difficulty with trust. However, my requirements are very simple. You go to the Black Pits, to a cavern there. In it, you'll find a stone tablet of considerable value.
He points to the location on your map.
Bring it to me.
Dizziness. It lasts just a moment, but long enough for you to feel Ralik's presence. You hear no words, yet understand. It's imperative you accept Riker's bargain.
What? My God wants me to accept the bargain of someone who enslaves spirits?
The episode passes. Riker is peering at you intently. He awaits your reply.
What does the tablet do?
It's a miracle of the ancients. Priceless, really, and powerful enough to draw the Magister's attentions. I won't bore you with further detail. Suffice it to say, it is safer in my hands than in theirs.
Ponder his words. What do you plan to do with the tablet?
Riker's lips stretch and his cheeks bulge, but you couldn't rightly call his unusual grimace a smile.
I'm a man of taste, as you no doubt see. A relic this significant would make an incredible addition to my collection. Don't deny an old elf his simple pleasures.
Why don't you just go get it yourself?
Oh, but heading to the Black Pits would mean tangling with more Magisters, and they're such a nuisance. I like keeping my hands clean, you see.
Yet there's a spirit of a Magister upstairs. I don't trust this guy. I'll take my chances. I don't want your help after all.
Your body convulses with Ralik's displeasure. Your head pounds, your bones ache. Riker's smile grows at the sight of your agony.
Oh, how unfortunate. We could be so good for each other. Sadly, you've overstayed your welcome. Allow me to show you the door.
None of that felt right. I'll leave. But I might just fucking come back. I made a promise to respect the dead, and that's clearly not something that he's doing here.
The spirit gives you a tortured glance, then turns away to stare at nothing in particular.
There's a spirit of a deer up here. Of a fucking deer.
The stag trophy stares outward with dull glass eyes, inscrutable and a little disquieting. A faint breath of chill air brushes the back of your neck. The gentle scrape of a sound, a foot or a hoof, dragging across a floorboard perhaps.
Look!
The ghostly stag directs a mournful bellow at you.
Thane, can you talk to it?
The ghostly stag inclines its antlered head towards you.
For what prize would a foolish poacher discard his life? The answer lies at a halo of wildflowers. Seek it out, and heed the wisdom the poacher would not.
For what price would a foolish poacher discard his life? The answer lies in a halo of wildflowers. A halo of wildflowers. So a circle of wildflowers, right? So maybe over here? Yeah, I didn't like any of this. None of this felt right. I'm so conflicted. I'm so fucking conflicted. Nothing about what that guy said. And how my god reacted. Nothing about that felt right. And this whole place is just... It's just spirits that are unhappy or spirits that are fucking crazed.
Careful now.
If graves you dig, I'll warn you now. Beware the creak and then the click. Then comes the bang, then comes the bang. Close your eyes and listen.
Okay.
The spirit's memories play out before you in darkest black. The sound alone relates the tale. A self-styled archaeologist, some would call you a grave robber, you found the grave of Baron Wilmart Hogg IV. Your footsteps crunch light upon the gravel as you approach the tomb. You know that Hogg was avaricious, paranoid, and cruel, and you yourself value the first of these two traits most highly. You ease your way up to the grave and run your hand around the lid, searching for a trap. You find nothing. The wind whispers in the trees, and the grass rustles quietly. You slide the lid open with a creak. Click. Uh-oh, you think. Bang! The silence of the night is rent with a sound of screaming. You're screaming as you burn to death.
Well,
Click back.
Look out. I see a trap nearby.
he was indeed a grave robber after all. I'm so conflicted about this place. And the servant in... Can you open this, Fade? The servant in on the grounds, the lizard. She even said, "Oh, hello." There's Void Woken down there, Fane.
The elements have made it impossible to make out the name upon this grave marker.
Fane, I'm gonna go down there. There's Void Woken, Fane. I have to take care of this. I can't let them live, Fane! I'm sure he'll be fine. Maybe Fane can have a look around. They've spread out a little bit. Alright, so 3 Void Woken here. Nothing we can't handle. There's someone inside this building. A drawbridge to our left. Hit them very hard. Oh, another one spawned. Why did another one spawn? Flaming tugs! We'll go ahead and boost our magic resist while they have a second too. Beautiful hit with the shield. Just beautiful.
Come and get me, you overgrown grasshopper.
Bridget Mary Pruitt? You okay? I'm gonna charge in. Try to save some fire damage on the way. That was the plan. I don't think it actually worked. Knock this guy down. Easy enough. I think we're pretty close to the island that we started out on, or the stretch of land we started out on. And we are cursed. Nail bomb grenades. She must have like improvised everything she's doing here. Throwing acid grenades in too. Quick blessing on ourselves to remove this curse. Part of the benefits of being a paladin, of course. And then I think I will jump right over into that oil that she laid down. They shall not pass was just updated. Mind the fire. It's kind of everywhere.
Mari flashes a massive horsey smile at you, then winces, her left arm hanging limply at her side.
By the seven, that was something. What'd I tell you? Not a scratch on me. None that'll last, at least. Glad my little guy got to see it.
Not at where she has a hand pressed to her abdomen and asks if she's all right.
Oh, sure. Just a nasty bruise by the feel of it. May have to lay off blasting beasties for a day or two hereafter. The fighter's lament. Didn't catch your name, though. I'm Mari.
I'm Walter.
Pleasure's mine. You all right?
I'm no worse for wear. The Void Woken don't scare me anymore.
Dunno about you, but I never was afraid of bugs. Then again, if you hadn't rolled in when you did, I might be whistling Teedle-dee in a Void Woken's belly by now. I owe you one.
Tell her I'm uniquely interested in destroying Void Woken. She doesn't owe me anything. No, I'm just gonna compliment her. You gave him a good wallop yourself. Nice job with the grenades. You did well.
Always happy to squash a bug if I get the chance. Especially with a toughie like you on the front. Hate to cut this short, but I ought to dash off. My boy's waiting for me.
Sure.
Mind lowering the bridge, though. I find myself slightly indisposed for the moment.
You know you're full health, right? Yeah, I can lower the bridge. Looks like some Magisters died over here as well. Hey, kid.
There you are, my good-looking lad. Ma! Let me get a good look at you. You're okay?
Course I am, Ma. Are you?
Fit as a fiddle. And twice the size.
And the house?
She'll be all right.
This is her house over here.
There you are, my good-looking lad.
Huh. Oh, there's a trap door in this house. You know what? I think I've made up my fucking mind.
Twice the size.
I think I've made up my mind. Fane? It's not an easy decision to take a life. But I think we know of one that needs to be taken. He's taking souls and keeping them from resting. And even though he's enslaving these spirits to work for him, it's obviously that other things are afoot in this graveyard because no one can seem to rest. Riker, in the name of the light, against my God's will, I will do the right thing.
The servant emits a menace.
And I will strike you down. For all to see, Riker. For all to fucking see. He teleported to the other side of the room. Glitter dust. That means I'm blinded, correct? No, I don't get high ground bonuses. He's using a really large crossbow. We're gonna turn flame tugs on and engage very hard here. Gonna jump right in on top of him. Hit him with the shield. I have no intention of killing his servants. Their spirits have been through enough. And as always, we need to respect the dead. He could have made me stronger. He tempted me. He tempted me with gifts. But you must remain strong. You must not give in. Even if it's the easy way to go, it doesn't mean that it's the right way to go. What's your next move, coward? He's immune to poison. Is he undead himself? No, he's not. But I wish he was. That's our first knockdown. I'm gonna go ahead and use a supernova here. I want to kill this guy, and I want to kill him now. His servants are on fire. His servants are being hurt. Notice their spirit lingers at the point of origination. The spirit doesn't even follow the body in that particular instance. He swapped him out of the fire. Luckily for us, he is burning, and it may just be enough. It may just be enough. Fuck.
This won't be the first double cross. I'm a wanted man.
This won't be the first double cross. I'm a wanted man. What does that mean? What does that mean? Let's talk to his spirit.
The spirit's lips curl into a sneer.
Don't look so pleased with yourself. You're too quick to act, too green still. Mastery was there for the taking, yet you refused it. I've nothing left to show you, and nothing left to say. Take what you must from my home, but my memories and masteries, they remain with me.
His sneer is now a gash, wide and gruesome. You can barely believe one spirit could harbor so much contempt.
You won't disrespect. Sneer right back. Insist that he wipe the sneer off his face and tell you what's really going on. Let's do that.
His face only contorts further, a testament to his unmitigated contempt.
Muster as much source as you can. Perhaps you can break through his stoicism? Stoicism?
Your skin tingles and your joints ache, but soon tendrils of source snake from you into him and from him into you. Your mind leaps from one of Riker's memories to the next. You struggle to control the visions as they rush past your inner eye, faster than you can identify them.
What the fuck?
Some sights manage to stand out in this temporal kaleidoscope. A dagger, a spirit.
Focus on the spirit.
The graveyard. You look down at your mangled hand, then towards a shimmering spirit standing ahead. A feast awaits.
A feast awaits. Try to keep steady. You want to see more of this memory.
Your efforts are useless. Your hold on Riker's spirit has weakened, and a final vision crashes into view. You slip on your spectacles and hold the parchment to your eyes. As the script comes into focus, you see the words Black Ring near the bottom, and you are thrust into the reality to become fully you.
What?
There is but one promise I have ever regretted making. One deal I have ever sought to break. That tablet, the template to the Sworn Breaker. It was the key to my freedom. Alas, I remain sworn. Yet,
oh!
I take some comfort in knowing that the Black Ring comes for you, Godwoken. The lone wolves will collect on their contract.
The Lone Wolves are the group of mercenaries that kidnapped the elf in that compound that we couldn't get into. So he either works for the Lone Wolves, or he works with the Black Ring, or he's under contract with the Black Ring. Either way, this guy's up to no fucking good. Demand to know what about this promise. Confront the spirit. The Black Ring has enlisted the Lone Wolves to kill me?
You couldn't imagine it possible, but the spirit's scorn only grows. Riker may be silent, but his feelings are hardly secret.
Leave the spirit to soak in its own spitefulness. All of these servants have been laid down to just be bare bodies. They are all just... Their spirits are gone. We let them pass. They've moved on. Is this our... This is our gravekeeper friend.
She hums quietly. The notes move in rhythm with her wandering eyes.
Riker can't hurt her, or anyone else, not anymore. The servants are free.
The lizard pauses, and a smile crosses her face.
All this because he wanted to break the covenant, knew of a way, some tablet in a cave.
She taps your map. The resulting dent appears in the black pits.
Me belongs to me now. Servants belong to the hall. That's the way I like it.
That's the way I like it too.
Her hum returns, soft at first, then blossoming into a full-fledged hymn.
10 spans under, humans slept. 10 spans up, the dwarves were kept.
And she just goes right back to her song.